atmosphere here in Dallas, Texas, as we are set to jump it up. Tyreek Smith wins the tap. He is a last-minute starter, as you see Coach Lanier switching up the lineup a little bit. Smith has played so well, and he is a starter tonight.
Well, he is. A lot of it has to do defensively and what they want to do. And this Tulane team likes to spread you out. They got 5 guys that can handle the basketball, pass it, catch it, drive it, and they're awful difficult to guard.
How do you guard them, Coach? What do you come out in?
Well, they want to switch, and I know Coach Neal's already up because he's not happy with that. You have to shut down the penetration.
Quick 2 points for Cross. B.J. Edwards sets the table, leads the Mustangs in assists, has great vision.
Now, Tulane will play what they call this matchup, but basically it's a lot of switching man-to-man.
Oh, Smith has a great motor, and it is turned on.
Well, what SMU is trying to do is put them in one-on-one situations.
See the Green Waves starting lineup at the bottom of your screen. With the ball, the man on the far left, Sion James.
They can all pass. They can all shoot the basketball. Very difficult team to play against, and they get you spread out just like that, Pete. Then they just drive.
Yeah, and keep an eye, too, on the energy level of Tulane. This is the first time they actually had a 4-day break since the end of December. That's a big deal.
It really is. When I talked to Coach Hunter, he said, you know, Perry, we've really played a full season with that trip overseas in the fall, and one of the things is to loosen it up and make these guys more excited about what we're doing.
Shot clock running out, trying to hammer it home with the miss is Kevin Cross. Williamson pulls up, rattles out. Holloway jab steps. He missed last game, is back in the lineup with 12 points a game. He's a big deal for them.
Really is. They were really excited about getting him back because he brings them balance and versatility.
Tulane working on the shot clock, being deliberate. How about that? That's some deliberate work by there. Colby King.
One of the things Coach Hunter does, he breathes enthusiasm in his team. Coaching, people that watch them play see how energetic he is on the bench. That is to show his players that he's behind them, he's for them, and really get them motivated to play extremely hard.
30 years in coaching. Doesn't look like it. He said, hey, my legs can feel it, right? Cross. Forbes controls inside of 10 seconds on the shot clock. He activates, goes back to Cross. Cross, who had 2 triple-doubles in 2 days this year earlier, fires it over to Forbes, who misses.
Defensively, that's the way SMU wants to be able to play.
Edwards had an easy one. Errant pass off the hands of Smith. Williamson, nice cut. He'll go to the free throw line.
What I was saying, that's the way SMU wants to play, by being in the gaps, not giving up driving lanes, so Tulane can drive it and kick it to either three-point shooters or drive the closeouts.
Here's a good look at Coach Rob Lanier in his second year at SMU. Really, brick by brick, right, is building this program. And a tough year last year, but he knew it. He talked to us. He said, hey, we were in for the long haul, and it's starting to pay off. This program is turning the corner.
You know, I've been doing this long enough. You can sit down and talk to certain guys, and you know that they have an understanding of what they want to do and how they want to do it. Rob Lanier is certainly in that category. He's extremely bright. He understands philosophically what he wants to do and how he wants to do it. This SMU program is in really fine hands.
Psychology major at St. Bonaventure. I felt like I just finished up a therapy session when we got done at shoot-around. I need to kick him $150 or something.
And sometimes coaching these guys will put you on the couch now.
Forbes rims out. Skying for the rebound is Edwards. The Mustangs on the loose, and Smith rims it home.
This SMU team can also push this basketball. They like to run. They like to take good shots. And transition is important to them.
Forbes can't find the handle. turnover for Tulane.
This SMU team, I mean, they really like the disco pace, and they get out, they get in front of you. The big guys always run to the front of the rim, which gives them easy opportunities.
Got to feel good about making that change to get Smith in the starting lineup. The big fellas run the floor well, making a real impact.
And not only that, I mean, he plays well with the other guys defensively as well.
Well, he says, hey, I want to get in on the act. Too strong. Big time board by Ricardo, right? Check that Jalen Smith just into the game. And how about that? Chuck Harris says, I'm into the game. Big three for him.
Well, their perimeter, SMU's perimeter guys can all shoot the basketball.
Cross missed his first jam. No doubt about that one.
No, and that's one of the things that Coach Lanier talked about at shoot-around this morning, that they're going to slip that, and they have to make sure they catch the slip.
Lead is trimmed to 3. See Jalen Smith directs the traffic. Harris again with the floater. Too short. Here comes the green wave.
Watch the spacing in this Tulane team. All 5 guys are outside the three-point line so that they can get better spacing as far as both driving the ball and passing.
Holloway, strong take, too strong off the glass. Phelps with the Pistons always pumping. Some contact and 2 more points.
That's one of those plays. They didn't know offense or defense, so they just say play on.
As a coach, that'll give you a headache depending on what side you're on.
Exactly.
Speaking of headaches, Kobe King trying to apply a couple for SMU. On the line, that's a 2-point field goal. Lead again is at 3. Phelps raises off the heel. Back and forth we go. Exciting game so far from Moody Coliseum here in Dallas, Texas, on the campus of SMU. Cross feels it.
Defense is enough to carry him through the rest of the season. So 2 coaches, 2 teams looking to find themselves different ways.
Cross can't finish up the 3-point play, so we remain tied.
One of the things with this SMU team that they believe in, they've been able to go to the bench and been able to get a lot of production by doing that.
Rainbow 3 by Phelps is off the mark. Holloway hustles into the forecourt. Forbes will have to find his rhythm if they're going to win this game, Coach.
Look at that. You're taking my job now. Not only are you a great play-by-play, now you're doing analyzation. My man.
Oh, batting it out towards half court. Smith cleans up the mess and knocks it down. Jalen Smith, one of those bench players you talked about, into the game with 5 points.
The depth of their bench has really been important to Rob Lanier.
Cross bangs his way to the hole. Wow, he has been effective tonight. He draws a crowd and still is able to get through and do his work.
Well, and you can see it right there, driving the basketball, being able to get on the glass and kicking it out and knocking down the 3. I always say offensive rebounds always seem to turn into 3-point shots.
From the free throw line, here is Cross. This is again 6 college basketball games highlight our ESPN schedule on Saturday, and 3 of them are Sonic blockbusters. We're talking about number 4 Houston and number 8 Kansas tipping off at 4 Eastern. Then number 7 Duke takes on number 3 North Carolina. Wow, what a matchup that'll be. Also 10th ranked Kentucky hosting 5th ranked Tennessee from Rupp Arena. 12.5 hours of college hoops. You can also watch it on the app as well as ESPN.
Frantic February sets up for March Madness. If you don't have a hectic February, you got no shot at March Madness. So I used to always tell my team, I always thought February was the most important month.
And of crucial contest for both of these two games as we kick off February. Nice no-look pass by Trey Williams to the corner.
That's a perfect example of the way Tulane likes to play. They space you, they drive you, they kick, and they wind up getting a three-point shot because of their spacing.
Ambrose Hilton, too high off the glass, bounces out, cross into the forecourt, Forbes finishes.
You cannot let Tulane run the way they're running right now. You know, they're really good in the half court, but they're mixing, you know, their half court with the transition, so that just makes them offensively even more lethal.
Mustangs, one of their last 8 from the field. Trying to ignite change way over the rainbow is Ricardo Wright just into the game. Kevin Cross just gets better every year. Started out as the most improved player in 2022 in his sophomore season. And has just become a guy that really is a featured player for the Green Wave as we see him miss there. Here's Wright. Nice stutter step. Even better finish.
And again, being able individually to go one-on-one is something that this SMU team has gotten better with offensively. But again, I know Coach Lanier would be more comfortable defensively. They could come up with a couple stops.
You said it, 54% from the field is Tulane. SMU, one of the top 5 in the country, limiting opponents to under 40% shooting from the field. Dropped off underneath. We'll come back with free throws. 16-16 from Dallas, Texas. We'll step aside. It's time. To that flow early on to build their confidence.
Well, it is, but what's more important is Cross, he can also pop out of that. He doesn't have to roll if you collapse too much, and he'll knock down a 3 on you. So it's like a triple option a little bit with what they do.
Well, so far with the triple option, he's been doing the dirty work. A couple yards in a cloud adjustment. He's been effective. 8 points so far tonight.
Yeah, but give Ron Hunter a lot of credit offensively with his philosophy of having 5 guys that can pass, shoot, and drive the basketball.
We saw they lead the conference in scoring, averaging about 83 points a game.
I know a lot of guys that would love to play for Ron Hunter.
Harris from the elbow elevates, knocked away. Nice block by Colby King and those quick hands.
I think SMU right now, they have to get into a groove. I think, and the groove will come from defensively making some stops.
Greg Glenn controls the Michigan transfer who started his first game last game, is denied underneath. Big time block made by Ambrose Hilton. His 38th of the season.
SMU needs a couple easy baskets.
That's probably not it.
Whenever you're fighting for your life, getting a couple easy ones always helps.
Fighting for the basketball, the Green Wave wins that battle. 18-16. Clean look at a 3 for Williams. Rims out. We've got a foul on the floor. We'll head the other way. 4 subs coming in for SMU like a shift change in a hockey game.
Well, what Coach Lanier is looking to do right now is kind of change the tempo. And you can change the tempo either offensively or defensively. If you want to change it offensively, I think you've got to drive the basketball more. You got to throw it into the post a little bit more, make the defense collapse and try to get to the foul line.
Williams, a nice pass and a touch pass from Edwards. Finds Harris. Mustangs reset. 7 on the shot clock. Zurich fading away, rimming out. Wow, nice work around the rim by Williamson.
But that's okay. He drove the basketball. He got the ball in the paint, which creates the defense to collapse, and then they come up with a steal.
Harris can't take advantage. Tulane hasn't made a field goal in almost 3 minutes. Wow, this American Conference. They play good basketball, don't they, out of the Pac-Cup terrace? Look out.
Some stops and get some runouts.
And that defense.
I learned that from you and Tom Crean last night.
Yeah, Tom Crean.
That's my man. That is my man.
I learned more about basketball yesterday with Coach Crean than I think I have in my entire life.
I had to pull out my dictionary.
Underneath. Is there any word to describe right now what Cross is doing? 10 points early. We still got 8:50 left here in the first half.
You know, they're able to move him around because of his skill set. If his skill set wasn't so good, they couldn't utilize him with the screens, with the rolls, with the pops the way they do. But because of his skill set, Coach Hunter has found the best way to utilize him. And that's what makes this conference so good, I think. They've got a lot of versatile players.
Speaking of versatility, that's exactly what Coach says, Coach Lanier, about Samuel Williamson, and we see some of that versatility right there.
Without question. I mean, he's able to put the ball on the floor. And, you know, a lot of times fans say, well, why don't you run this? Why don't you run that? Because my players can't do it. I mean, and so that's why when you have guys that are capable of picking and popping, picking and driving, then you can run that kind of stuff, and you look like a pretty good coach.
Did you learn that from Morgan Wooten?
Yes. I wasn't one of those guys that could do that. That's why I watched Adrian Dantley.
Coming across half court is Colby King. Sets the table, draws two. Feisty defense coming from Phelps. That's a part of his game he's really been able to round out. Was a scorer last year. Turned up the defense, 2 steals a game this year. Working on another turnover are the Mustangs. Step back for Cross. Draws iron. Williamson into the forecourt, a little out of control, but he draws a blocking foul.
Everybody loves that Euro. He was trying to set the Euro up, and he wound up getting fouled. I do think against Tulane, I think if you're not able to switch, it puts you at a disadvantage. And one of the things this SMU team can do, they've got the versatility of switching on a lot of this action so that you can stay in front of the offense.
Both teams pounding it inside for success. From the free throw line, excuse me, the three-point line, SMU is 2 of 8. On the other side of that, 2 of 6. Phelps probes inside. Smith, wow, he looks comfortable.
Very comfortable. And I think one of the things with the SMU team, they can rotate their big guys and be effective offensively as well as defensively.
Tyreek Smith has an NBA body and NBA ability, and he's showing us what happens when he puts it to use tonight. 15 on the shot clock. Hard move to the hole and a nice finish from Trey Williams. Whistle in an offensive,
which is he's opened the doors for so many black coaches in both men's and women's. And, you know, you talk about the Collis Temple, who was the first black to play at LSU. He's still alive. You talk about Casey Manning, the first black to play at South Carolina, still alive. So it wasn't that far along where these people really didn't have a factor in what's going on. And the game is just blossomed because of it. But you have to give those early administrators a lot of credit. I remember my first press conference, everybody came up and said, Dr. Kelly, you did a great hire. You know what he told them?
What?
We'll see. But he was very, very special to me in so many different ways.
Amazing stuff. Right. That looks pretty good. Around and down for him. SMU extends their lead to 5.
You know, not to get away from him in a minute, but Dale Brown, being in Louisiana, he set the standard and opened so many doors for so many minority coaches, players, and everything with his attitude and the way he handled his business at LSU. There would never been a Perry Clark if it wasn't for Dale Brown, I'm telling you.
Being the first African-American head coach at a school like Tulane, did you feel a sense of responsibility?
Oh, without question. And, you know, you had the people that you depended on, John Thompson, John Chaney, Nolan Richardson. They were the guys winning, but they always opened themselves up to conversation, helping you through. whatever you needed, they were always there. They were just very special people to understanding what was going on. It was never competitiveness. It was always a helpfulness. And it wasn't about the money. My first job, I think I made $30,000. So these guys wouldn't walk across the street for $30,000. But yeah, it was just wanting guys to improve and make the game better and doing better.
By the way, that wasn't, 1950 we're talking about. Wow. Talk about looking to make some money. Zurich Phelps getting his money's worth tonight. 8 points for him.
I really like that young man in the way he's matured. When I first saw him, he would get frustrated over if things didn't go well. I think Rob Lanier has really been good for him. He has bought in to what this SMU program is about, and he's made it better.
He told us today he invested in Phelps, and it is starting to really, really pay off. 5-point advantage for SMU. They look to build, and building on it right there. Finishing is Ambrose Hilton, and he'll head to the free throw line.
The difference has been SMU's ability to get the ball in the paint, whether or not passing or driving. And whenever you can get the ball in the paint, the defense has to collapse. You're able to get to the foul line. There's a lot better opportunities to be able to score, and that's why, everybody wants to shoot the threes, but I just think the more versatility you have offensively with driving and posting makes your offense more effective.
SMU converted 3 of their last field goal attempts, 3 of their last 3 rather. Unable to complete the three-point play as Ambrose Hilton. Cross, he's the guy to go to if you want a bucket. Keith Kimbrell has a foul on the floor, and assessed with that foul is Ricardo Wright.
But again, you see the versatility that this Tulane team has, and they've done it over the career that Ron's been there, being able to utilize their players to take advantage of their skill set.
Wow, Phelps makes a big-time play into the forecourt. He races, 2 steals a game. Oh, can't get him 2 more points. Too strong on the layup. Williams snaps it to Cross. Wow, he moves so well in traffic. Pumps it to Forbes, who gets it back to him. 2-man game. Will get Cross back to the free throw line.
But you see, again, Phelps, he missed the layup, but he gets back and he keeps playing. You don't see him say anything to officials. He keeps his head up. That's the maturity that Rob Lanier has brought to this team and the Phelps.
Cross at the charity stripe, where it has been a bit of an adventure so far this evening. He's got 10 points, but 2 of 5 on the freebies. What a women's basketball triple header we have for you Sunday right here on ESPN2, and of course the app. Number 17, Virginia Tech takes on number 24, North Carolina. That's in the ACC at noon Eastern. Then number 1, South Carolina and Dawn Staley, the only unbeaten D1 team left, hosts Ole Miss in the SEC, and we cap off the afternoon in the Pac-12 out west with 7th-ranked UCLA and 4th-ranked Stanford. Sounds like an awesome afternoon.
When you talk about Dawn Staley, now that's the coach. She is unbelievable with what she's been able to do. To have a season like last year, everybody think you're going to win it, not win it, and come back and play the way they played this year. I mean, the heartbreak, the disappointment, they put all that aside, and she's right back as number 1.
She was so special. I'm from Philadelphia. So, growing up, there was a picture of Dawn Staley on the side of a huge high-rise building there. I mean, she is a legend, obviously, everywhere, not only in college basketball, but in society today. But I saw her make a change grassroots, man. People not only started to accept women's basketball, but they loved her.
Her character is unbelievable.
Cross continues to bang away.
And get some turnovers that's made them really, really effective.
Williams goes to Cross. Cross already 12 points tonight. Step back, jab step. Strong to the hole goes Glenn. Off the mark. Big rebound by Phelps.
The only thing that Tulane does that is problematic because of their spacing, they're not able to dominate offensive rebounds because their guys are spread out.
Like a hot knife through butter. We watch Phelps go to 2 more.
That young man has really, really stepped his game up and become a leader.
7 points tonight on 3 of 9 shooting. But his production hasn't been all about the box score. Williams weaves into traffic. Hook shot, too strong. Mustangs have made 4 of their last 5. Can they make it 5 of their last 6? Smith cannot. Eventually coming down with the rebound is James. Keon James with the basketball, averaging 38 minutes a game. That is 8th in the country. Speaking of Iron Men, coming up shy on that one is Cross.
That's one of the advantages I think SMU has. They can switch, and they've got the athleticism and the quickness to stay in front of whoever is dribbling the basketball. So it's not like you switch and they say, okay, I'm picking on you right now, and I can take you. Their guys can contain the basketball no matter where it is on the floor.
Scoring drought for Tulane has gone above 3 minutes. Williamson goes left.
Yeah, he won't. Yeah. I get confused with that Euro, whether they gonna call it or how they gonna be. You know, he's like he went to pick it up, then he continued on. So
you don't seem like you're crazy about that Euro step, Coach.
Not. I think guys that do it are really good and can live without it. And I think a lot of guys that can't do it try to do it.
Here's King, finds Cross. He's a can-do guy. Goes back to the free throw line. He continues to chip away at that Mustang defense. He's been effective inside.
Well, he has, because, again, he's got a really good body. He's skill-wise. He's good, and he's got a good, strong upper body. So he gets you one-on-one in the paint, and he's strong enough to raise through you and get to the foul line.
Had back-to-back triple-doubles earlier this season in December. He's one of 7 guys on the planet walking around that has ever done that in college basketball. Penny Hardaway and Shaquille O'Neal are 2 of the other 7.
Now that's special company right there.
Big-time company. Speaking of big-time, our NBA Saturday primetime matchup on ABC and the ESPN app. LeBron and the Lakers play the 5th game of a 6-game road trip at Madison Square Garden, the Mecca. LeBron loves to show out there. He'll have a chance to do it against Jalen Brunson and the Knicks. Our coverage begins with NBA Countdown at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Two minutes left.
Excuse me, Tulane's gone to the matchup right now. That is to try to eliminate dribble drives.
Williamson fights for it, can't get it. Out of the pack comes James, and he moves it to Cross.
James has been quiet. James is normally a guy with all the motion. He keeps moving and gets easier baskets. And so far tonight, he's not had that opportunity to do that.
Well, that would have been a tough basket. He misses, and with that miss, Tulane is 0 of their last 6 field goals, and the scoring drought is at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Edwards. You got to like that. You're a DC guy. He's a DC kid.
I'm telling you, they learned that in the playgrounds in Northeast now. Not afraid for a little contact.
Certainly. Looking like the old Big E's there. You're familiar with that. Largest lead of the night for SMU. Forbes runs out of daylight. Tries to get it to James, but it's knocked out of bounds. Quick hands by Phelps. What have you liked so far tonight about the Mustangs defense?
It's relentlessness, and it's understanding what they're trying to do. And even when they've given up some baskets, they have stayed philosophically with what they want to do.
James, who's played 73 straight games. You see why. Tough. Breaks a 5-minute scoring drought.
That was a great no call right there.
He plays much bigger than that from Sugar Hill, Georgia.
trying to play for the last one, I've often thought is really an important part of any game.
Phelps has it stripped away. Quick hands by Williams. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Mustangs. Will head the other way. Opportunity now for the Green Wave. You can cut it to 6, maybe 5.
Without question. That's why I'm saying I think a lot of times playing for the last shot, being able to get that shot or not getting it really can swing a ball game.
4, maybe 3. I wasn't a math major. This is Waters. Don't judge me. Game clock running down. Cross fights to the hole. Knocked away.
That's the half. You haven't figured that out.
Well, they ended the half hitting one of their last 8 field goals, and they had almost a 5-minute scoring drought. So you're right. They need to get inside and get easy baskets, but nothing has come easy against this SMU defense tonight.
No, and that's the way it was designed. Good defense against good offense, and I told you before, normally good defense wins, and that's what we had so far in the first half.
Edwards was almost too open there. Jordan.
Again, you see the spacing, looking for driving lanes.
Cross, he is their guy. A bull in a china shop he is tonight. Finally looking for second chance points. A possibility here as he heads to the free throw line.
Yes, and again, I think Rob Lanier certainly is going to be concerned with that. You know, and he's telling them, close the gap. Because you know when he comes off, when Cross comes off of that dribble handoff or gets the ball at the top of the key, he's driving it. You can't give him some gaps to drive. You know, the worst thing as a coach is when you know something's coming and it comes and you can't do anything about it. You know when Cross gets the ball at the top of the key, he's looking to drive the slide.
But he struggled tonight free throws, 6 of 12. The Mustangs 9-2 so far this season at home. Pressure is extended by Tulane. Taking advantage, Tyreek Smith.
And again, Tulane trying to do some things to get easier baskets, get the pressure more. They gave up a layup on that one.
7-point lead to the corner. Forbes, extra pass. Williams, step back. Here comes Edwards with his vision, leading the team in assists. And that's why.
Ron Hunter's not going to be very happy with that. He's got to get back defensively. You can't give up easy shots in the paint. As much freedom as Ron Hunter gives them offensively, he demands some discipline defensively.
Cross gets tied up, loses the basketball, faces a double team, heads up play by the veteran, knocks it off of Harris.
Yeah, when we talk about easy baskets, this is what you're talking about. I love to see the bigs run what we call rim run, and that goes right to the front of the rim, getting the ball and being able to finish.
10 points for Smith, 5 of 5 from the floor. The lead is 9, largest of the night for the Mustangs. James, offensive foul. Keith Kimball's right there.
And again, you know, this Tulane team, when things get tighter, they will become more aggressive driving the ball to the basket. That's their DNA. So you see a hook right there.
Critical sequence right now for Tulane. Edwards again finds Smith. Excellent pass, but he's denied by Cross.
That's excellent basketball movement. Rob Lanier's thinking it should be goaltending. But when you get the ball in the paint, guys don't stop. You go look for the second cutter.
16th block of the season for Cross. Wow, limbs out. Almost there for Forbes. Opportunity once again for Tulane. Off of the miss from Williamson. And they take advantage, cashing in on that. Nice three by Williams.
That's good secondary break right there. Again, you see the spacing. Ron Hunter right now is very conscious of defensively how to come up and make some stops.
Edwards slowly spinning into the lane, finds traffic and then gets it to Harris. Harris, little chin check for Williams. They're letting him play here tonight at Moody Coliseum. Cross loves the contact.
Whenever he gets the ball at the top of the key, he is going to drive the basketball. Most of the time to the right, but it doesn't matter. He's always going to drive it. That's a good no call. That's a good no call.
So Cross is at the free throw line as we see Williamson after committing his second foul. Kevin Cross averaging 18 points a night on the season. Has 14 tonight. Make it 15.
When you play this Tulane team, that area right at the top of the key from elbow to elbow is very important. They like to dominate that area. When they are able to get the ball there, they've got guys that can drive it right, left, hit, pass to the corners. And right now, SMU has done a pretty good job of defending that area, not giving that versatility.
I like that Mark Jackson behind the back before the free throw. All we missed was him licking his finger and put it up in the air, right? See what the wind is. You got to miss that stuff. We don't have that anymore.
Nah. Yeah.
You see all the scoring for Tulane. 16 points for Cross. The rest of the team, just 22 points.
And you got to have more balance to that against good teams. I mean, you need other guys to play off of your best player.
Phelps penetrates. He is like a surgeon. The lead is once again extended to 6. James likes what he sees. Tees it up. Splash.
If they can get him going, they need somebody else to get going offensively to put the pressure on.
Harris out of the corner. Meets a double team, puts it in reverse. 10 on the shot clock. Mustangs got to move. Wow, that quick first step by Harris and the finish.
We can pickleball in North Carolina Duke. I mean, that North Carolina Duke game is always a very, very special event. I mean, and take your hat off to John Shire, what he's been able to do at Duke. I mean, to still go out and get the quality players that he's been able to do. I don't know if any coach has come in for a legend and be able to recruit at the level that he's been able to recruit to. So take your hat off to his staff. Jay Lucas and the guys on that staff, they've just done an unbelievable job with their recruiting.
I've heard all the coaches in the ACC have been able to breathe a little bit since you left there. You know, you were the master recruiter as an assistant under Bobby Crimmins. You got it done.
It was a fun time, and Bobby Crimmins is an easy person to recruit for. There's not a nicer person in the world and not anybody that the players cared about and wanted to win more for than Bobby Crimmins.
Speaking of wanting to win, Ricardo Wright. Coach says he can score in his sleep, can't score there.
Give Damon Stoudemire a lot of credit. They had a big-time win over North Carolina, and he's doing an unbelievable job there on the flats.
A huge win for Stoudemire in this program. Signature win. Cross. Whew. More of the same from him. By the way, the lead out is just 2 points, Coach.
And again, a lot of it is, look where Tulane now is getting their shots. They're getting easier shots. They're not hunting threes, but they're getting shots in the paint.
On the other side of that, Wright makes up for his missed opportunity last possession and cashes in with the tray.
You know, the guard play for SMU, we haven't really spent a lot of time, has really gotten better with guys being able to handle the basketball, not turn it over, get the ball in a position where they can either drive it or knock down easier shots.
Forbes elevates off the heel. It'll head to the Mustangs.
You know, I mean, you look at Edwards, you look at Phelps, you look at Harris. Those guys, not only have the ability to score points, but they set other guys up, which makes them a lot more dangerous offensively.
And that backcourt has taken the pressure off of Phelps. A guy like Harris comes into town, and he opens things up. Al underneath will stay right here. Fouls on Sion James. He has 3. Tulane has made 4 of their last 5 baskets. But SMU with the basketball will try to extend this lead, which is 5 right now. Oof, nice play out of the timeout. Can't finish Phelps. Cross. Stutter step. He'll go back to the free throw line.
But you see where he got the ball, right in the top of the key. And I'm telling you, that's the area that Tulane likes to operate with him. You have to try to force them to the wing, not operating in the middle, because he's so good going right or left when he's got the ball right in that area there, elbow to elbow. That's where he's really effective. And with that spacing, he's so big and strong. It's just hard to stop him. If you back off of him, he'll knock down the jump shot.
Well, what's the blueprint to stop him?
You either have to double him or deny him the catch there and force the ball to the wing so he can only drive to the baseline. You take away that middle area.
They have access to these broadcasts rather quickly. I wonder if Coach Hunter will take your advice.
They don't listen to me. I had a hard enough time getting my team to listen to me.
You put that program on the map in New Orleans at Tulane.
Yeah.
And they've continued to carry the mantle.
It was a very special time and some very, very special players. 6 or 7 of my players are already in the Tulane Hall of Fame. So that goes beyond Perry Clark. That goes to their own character and hard work.
3-point advantage for the Mustangs. Tulane won't go anywhere. Right, staring right into the eyes of Forbes. Has it knocked away. Wright wants a 3 again. Too strong. Here comes Cross out of the pack. Chance to tie now. And this crowd here at Moody Coliseum has gotten awfully quiet. Green Wave made 4 of their last 5. 5 of their last 6. Yes!
And again, that middle drive is where Tulane really likes to operate offensively.
Williamson, around and out.
Love the effort.
Second chance points.
Absolutely love the effort. Ambrose Hilton just has really been relentless on the glass.
And that's exactly what Coach Lanier describes him as. Has a great motor and is relentless. Williams, fade away. Not a great shot.
Well, they need the spacing so they don't get many offensive rebounds. So you got to kind of pick your poison if you're Tulane.
Serving up a little poison is Wright as he continues to heat up. 10 points on 4 of 10 shooting. Smith with those quick hands almost generated another turnover. Speaking of quick, to the hole with the left hand. Almost finished by Holloway. We go the other way. Williamson finds Wright. Wright really in rhythm. Wow, crosses over in traffic. I can hear him in that New York accent telling you to go recruit. Mustangs deliberate out of the timeout, taking their time. Ricardo Wright from beyond the arc again, and another 3 for Wright.
And again, I'm very impressed offensively with the guard player, SMU, of getting the shots that they're looking for and make the best sense.
So the Green Wave get the lead to 1, and then a 7-point flurry by SMU. Cross back into the game. Wow, big block by Smith. Didn't do it with the right hand, switched it up, knocked it out with the left.
Well, you have to do that. You've got to collapse everybody. And if they kick it out and knock down a 3, you got to be able to live with that.
Lanier Wide right. Out of bounds. Where will it go? It'll stay here.
You see the ball goes inside, comes over from the weak side, and that's the type of rim protecting that you really need. But you see the way SMU now is collapsing to not give up an easy shot, layup.
SMU continues to clean the offensive glass. They have 12 offensive rebounds. Tulane just 1. Harris gets some contact. Wow. Super Bowl's in a couple weeks, and we got some football going on right in front of us.
Let me tell you something. This is a great officiating crew. They believe in advantage, disadvantage, and that's the way they're making the calls. And if they don't think that the action is creating an advantage, disadvantage, then they're letting it go.
Lanier with poise, trying to beat the shot clock. Holloway loses control, loses the basketball. Williamson finds Harris, who hits the deck.
When they didn't have Holloway earlier in the week, that's one of the things that they missed with him. His body, his physical size, his ability to drive the basketball, draw a foul, and also make the kicks. Ron's working the official, right? He's the best now. You know, he's saying, man, you sure that wasn't a foul? My guy got bumped around pretty good. Can you take another look at that?
He is not only an amazing coach, but he is just has an amazing ability to connect with people, and he also is rather persuasive.
Without question.
Smith, wow, has not missed yet tonight. 6 of 6, has 12 points.
Really, really impressed with Smith. He has put a fingerprint on this game.
Only his 3rd start of the year. 9-0 run for the Mustangs. Cross.
Tariq Smith has been a major factor in that.
Does it hurt Tulane that one of their biggest bodies, one of their best rebounds, Cross, is constantly the one taking the shots?
Well,
as far as offensive rebounds are concerned.
But that's the way they play, so they're used to dealing with that. They need more contribution from other guys when he does take it to go crash the glass.
Williamson spins to the hole, gets his own rebound. 20 offensive second chance points. 11-0 run for SMU. Largest lead of the night is 11. James says, hey, let me do something about this.
And again, he's normally the guy, he doesn't initiate the drive. He's normally a recipient. Tonight he's had to initiate a lot.
And he's done it successfully. 5 of 6 from the floor. Williamson has been aggressive, and it pays off there.
See, let me tell you what's going on. Tulane is trying to go to their matchup. The offense that SMU is running is creating coverage problems, and guys are open. Either they got rolling or they got shooting.
Rolling to the hoop right there and ramming home 2 more. Big bucket from Cross. He's got 20 on the night.
Rob Lanier is calling the plays right now.
What does that mean when the head coach is calling the plays?
It means he wants specific guys to shoot the ball from specific spots.
That spot wide open. Can't get it to fall as King. Phelps takes the baseline, is denied. Wow. Offensive rebounds continue for the Mustangs, but they can't finish that time.
Yeah, they're rushing themselves. They really don't have to.
Forbes falls to the ground. He has not been able to get going. Cross tries to draw another foul. Out of the pack comes Phelps. James is his only competition.
To tell him the first 35 minutes is yours, the last 5 is mine, and we did exactly what we're supposed to do. And so I learned that from Morgan Wooten. You know, he would never curse, he'd never yell at you, he would be just disappointed in you. And that was the worst thing possibly that could happen.
Legendary DC basketball coach, legendary high school basketball coach. Into the forecourt. Phelps drops it off for Harris, who gets it back under control.
There you see SMU. They're slowing it down. They're getting the ball where he wants it to go. They've done this off their scouting report. They know what action they think is going to work, and they want to take advantage of it right now.
What's Coach Hunter have to do?
Defensively, they've got to step this thing up and come up with some stops.
Forbes tries to get a hand on that one, and flying in with another offensive board and bucket, Ambrose Hilton. He is relentless.
They have to control SMU's big. They have been the big difference in this basketball game and shutting down offensive rebounds.
About as big as a three you can get right now from Holloway. Missed last game, averages 13 points a night. His presence being felt late. BJ Edwards maybe forced it. Ambrose Hilton dives for it. Out of bounds, it'll stay here.
It's very difficult. There you see right there, shots taken. Well, look at them battling to get to the offensive glass. The physicality of the post guys at SMU tonight, I think, has been the difference.
What's the issue with Tulane? Are they not boxing out, not getting a body on guys?
Not the way they need to. I mean, and again, it just goes to what the purpose of this SMU team and their DNA.
Cross rips the rebound and goes coast to coast, cannot finish.
SMU has protected, has dominated the paint both offensively and defensively the last 3-4 minutes. They've not given Tulane any easy shots at the basket, and at the same token, they've been able to get offensive rebounds.
Forbes, 2 fast break points.
Now, turning it over goes against all of those things. So that's definitely not part of the secret sauce that Rob Lanier is bringing this SMU team.
Only the 6th turnover of the night for the Mustangs. You talked about it, that Tulane pressure being ratcheted up. Rejection by Holloway. We go the other way after his 22nd block of the year.
This is the time right now Tulane needs to make their run.
Forbes raises. He cannot find it tonight. Harris has been the X factor this year.
That's a tough shot. He passed up an easier shot to get a tougher shot.
The American Hoops Showcase highlights top conference matchups with enhanced coverage across digital platforms. This is the next showcase, a women's game between Rice and South Florida Wednesday at 7 Eastern, exclusively on ESPN Plus, and it's part of National Girls and Women in Sports Day. If you're an AAC fan, you gotta have it. Sign up today. Williams says, I gotta have it, and he gets it.
It started defensively on the other end. Phelps, we've talked so much about him positively, but he's got to finish that. And he didn't, and Tulane was able to get the run out and be able to attack the rim.
First foul on Harris. We are seeing transition buckets now. And this is a big deal. This can trim it to 6.
If you're going to foul, you can't give up 3-point plays. If you're going to foul, no basket, make them go to the line.
Moments ago, you mentioned that it was time for Tulane to make their run. The time is now. They have rattled off a 7-0 run. We're in the middle of it over the past 155.
Ron Hunter understands that, and I'm sure he approached the team with that.
Williams has 12 points. By the way, that's all the bench points for Tulane tonight.
You have to be careful now. You don't want to slow yourself down so much to take yourself out of an offensive rhythm.
Mustangs haven't scored in almost 3 minutes. Foul is on Williams. He doesn't like it.
You know, a lot of coaches aren't comfortable with a guy driving and throwing the ball back out when you're that close to the rim. They like for the guys to be able just to finish when you get that close. It's just your style and how you coach your guys.
So down the stretch we come. You look at the foul situation. Team fouls, 5 for Tulane, 4 for SMU. Phelps, the maestro. Smith, another offensive board and another bucket.
Oh my goodness, has he been a warrior on the glass? Play for him. Well, Tyreke Smith, you don't have to run a play for him, and he's been very, very effective.
He has tied a career high with 16 points. In the first start here at SMU, the Oklahoma State transfer. Got a whistle on the block.
Something it looked like with the clock.
There's Keith Kimball, Waco, Texas native.
These guys do an unbelievable job. Every time the ball comes in play, one guy's responsible for checking the clock, making sure it's done. Okay.
So a malfunction, like you said, Coach. The shot clock did not start, so we'll do a side out. Ron Hunter looks relaxed, but we can promise you he is not. James, no look pass. Wow! That's as good as it can get right there.
Well, what SMU wanted to do was switch so that there was no advantage. But what they did was they sent him to the post, and there's a big advantage in the post area.
The time is now for the Green Wave. 6-point advantage for the Mustangs. And that is the 7th turnover of the evening for SMU. They have played so clean tonight, but we've seen 3 straight turnovers for them over the past several sequences.
I used to tell my team, okay, we need 4 more stops, so we need 3 more baskets to get out of this thing. And that would be predicated on how we practice going into the game.
James smells blood. Does he get tired? 5 on the shot clock. Holloway does what he has to and makes it happen.
That's why he's so tough. That's why he's so tough. He gets the ball, he puts his body on people, he gets the ball in the paint, he's able to draw fouls, and he's also able to knock down shots with contact. Look at him, keep his head up, arms straight, able to get a good follow through.
A chance to cut it to 3. 3rd foul, by the way, on Ricardo Wright. The free throw shooting woes continue for Tulane.
Now it's going to be interesting to see offensively what SMU run. Right now, it looks like Tulane, they're in that matchup because they're switching on everything.
Williamson attacks. Shot clock at 5. Harris probing, loses the basketball. 8th turnover. We've got a whistle.
I think it's just aggressive play. I don't think anything's going to happen that's going to change the possession of the ball.
Saw Keith Kimball just say, go to the bench.
Yeah.
Go to the bench.
Yeah. And with Ron Hunter saying, I got you. They just call it a double. And so we're right back to where we started, and that's not a bad call. You know.
Shot clock is reset at 30 seconds. So now if you're Hunter, you are probably upset. You lose the opportunity to get those points in transition.
And we lose the ability to go to the foul line and get some free point.
So after all that, it is just a 4-point game.
As much as they can keep the ball away from Cross, the better off they are.
Oh, and a big-time play. Phelps jumps in the passing lane and knocks it away. Cross regains possession and gathers it. Forbes, he's been quiet all night.
Not a good possession, I think, for Tulane. They would rather have got a drive off of that or kick into the low post where they could have used Cross with his physicality
Williamson. Quick first step converts. Maybe caught the green wave napping.
Williams does a great job of getting the ball at the elbows and operating from there. We've been talking about Tulane doing a good job from that. Williams also does a good job.
What do you do right now if you're Tulane?
I think I got to get the ball in the paint. I got to drive it. I got to get the ball in the paint. He's a really fine official.
James gathers. Time is of the essence. Cross loses the basketball. Wow, this SMU defense has been so pesky.
But yeah, but if we take a look at this, all right, Williamson can't play behind Cross in the low post. He's got to play above him right now. You can't let that pass go. You got to make that pass go over your head. You got to slam him. You got to play top side of him. You can't let a bounce pass get in there. Cross is too big, too strong, too good.
Cross will have to hurry. Shot clock's at 3. Forbes, not his night. And a foul as Harris races across half court. Frustration mounting for Tulane.
Great call by Tulane to try to get the ball in the post. SMU really did a good job of hustling and scrambling.
Mustangs in the bonus, so Harris will shoot the 1-and-1. .83% free throw shooter is Harris. He's missed just 7 this year. 6 college basketball games highlight our ESPN schedule Saturday, and 3 of them sonic blockbusters. November 4th, Houston, and number 8 ranked Kansas tip off at 4 Eastern. Then number 7, Duke, takes on number 3, North Carolina, and 10th ranked. James, bloodthirsty.
Just amazing to turn around.
New teams, new coaches, and a lot of success. Harris almost runs out of time. Let's see if he does. It was knocked out of bounds. Last touch, they're going to say, by Williams, so it'll be SMU ball.
See, I've never liked bringing that many people back in a half court. I believe put one guy back there and flash somebody else. That way you have to be guarded.
Harris, patient, wisely takes a timeout. Harris almost loses it. He's in trouble again. We've seen him embody the message from Coach tonight. You know, Coach Lanier really talked about his ability to transition as a mature adult into this season, and we've seen it.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of it is guys having confidence in themselves, you know, and you know, they're on stage and they hear when they do something wrong. Coach has embodied him and entrusted in him to have his confidence.
Jalen Smith into the game, running the baseline, trying to find space. Throws it off of the foot of Cross. Out of bounds it goes.
See, now he can't run. So now he can't run.
Still feel a little bit of tension in this arena here at Moody Coliseum. This one is not over. Wright takes it across the timeline and is quickly fouled by Holloway.
On that out of bounds play the last time, what veteran coaches will ask for, can I get a visible hand count? That way, so I know I'm counting with you.
Double bonus for SMU. Wright will shoot 2. Now, SMU has figured out a way to get to alleviate that pressure, we'll say. What's it like, though, when you see your team kind of start to get tight, when that pressure starts to pick up?
Try to relax them, come up with a different set, put the ball in certain guys' hands that you feel you have the most confidence in without saying I got more confidence in him than you. I mean, so it's a lot of different ways you can control it.
And you saw 3 of their last 5 losses have been under 5 points. Flirting with that again here tonight.
I mean, it's a 2-possession game, so we still got a lot of game to play.
James, wow. The last thing you wanted if you were a Mustang fan was a hoop and harm, but you just saw it.
Yeah. They're driving. See, this is where the officiating and the coaching gets kind of entangled. You know they're driving the ball. So what consists of holding the position and what's considered moving? And so it's just, you know, James is so strong that he's moving and he's able to get the and one. I mean, he just physically gets into your body and get the and one.
Looks like he could be playing linebacker for the Green Wave. Can't complete the 3-point play. The lead is still at 4. Smith's outlet is to Ricardo Wright, who is quickly fouled.
That's why you see a lot of teams go more zone right now to not allow the dribble penetration.
11 of 18 from the free throw line is Tulane tonight.
It's important for SMU to make these.
Ricardo Wright, 80% from the free throw line this season, has only attempted 10 free throws. Ice water in his veins.
I'm surprised they don't take both bigs off the foul line, you know, to make sure defensively you're already set. So if Tulane pushes it, the defense is set.
Tulane finishing strong. They've made 3 of their last 3 field goals, 6 of their last 8. But it looks like it might be all academic now as Wright sinks another free throw. James hustles across half court. Wright comes down with the board. James says, I'll take that.
He is so strong, and you know, getting to the rim. Yeah. Making the foul shots now is really the difference in the game. They really need to go make the foul shot. A big time win if they can hold on for SMU.
Phelps cashes in. 14 points for him tonight. Second free throw coming up. If it's good, it should improve SMU to 10-2 at home. It'll move him to 3rd in the league. James keeps it moving. Late whistle inside of 2 seconds. They're going to hit Williamson with the foul, much to the chagrin of the SMU faithful here at Moody Coliseum.
James is so strong. I mean, and his ability to drive the basketball. But it's what we talked about with this Tulane team. I mean, whether or not it's Cross, whether or not it's James, you know, it doesn't matter. Whether or not it's 4. They're big, they're strong, they attack the basket.
James closing in on 20 points here. Pressure is extended. The lead is 4. Relentless is the Green Wave, but it's not going to be enough tonight. Just another